stood with arms wide open. You watched from far away. Words unsaid between us built the silence day by day. We both had keys to something, but left the locks untouched. I held on to the maybe, while you just gave up too much. You were close enough to reach, but never close enough to keep. You were the bridge you never crossed, a love we had but always lost. You stay where fears and doubts begin, while I stood screaming in the wind. We had a chance, we paid the cost for a bridge you never crossed. I waited through the seasons, I listened for your voice, but silence was your answer, and distance was your choice. I lit the path with mercy, you watched the flame grow dim. You never tried to meet me, not even on a whim. You knew just what we had to lose, but you let go instead of choose. You were the bridge you never crossed, the line we drew, the hope we tossed. I reach for you with every breath, but love can't fight alone to death. You turned away, forever lost from the bridge you never crossed. There's a space that still remembers every word we never said, and I still walk that broken timber where your footsteps should have led. You were the bridge you never crossed, where I stood still, where you got lost. I gave you light, I gave you time, but love needs more than silent signs. Now all that's left is what it cost, and a bridge you never crossed. We said it all without a sound. Your eyes spoke truths we never found. I felt the tremble in your touch, saying nothing ever meant so much. We were the pause between the lines, a love that lived outside of time. Whispers held what we couldn't name. Now silence is all that remains. Love at the edge of silence, where hearts still breathe in defiance of every word we didn't say, of every dream we pushed away. We never broke, we just fell still. A quiet love that lingers still. No screams, no war, just absence. Love of silence. I hear your echo in the night, between the dark and morning light. We built a world in glances brief, and carved our names beneath belief. Now every breath without your name feels like a song without refrain. We faded soft without goodbye, just vanish like the sky turns dry. Love at the edge of silence still burns beneath the quiet violence of empty rooms and closing doors, of lonely hearts that don't roar. It wasn't hate, it wasn't wrong, it just stopped singing its own song. Now I walk in quiet penance, full of the edge of silence. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? If you had cried, would I have prayed? But we were ghosts in our own skin, too loud to break, too soft to win. Love at the edge of silence still plays in memories' defiance. It never left, it only sleeps in broken hearts and buried keeps. We didn't end, we just grew still, like dust that waits beyond the hill. I'm haunted by the absence of love at the edge of silence. It started falling soft and slow, just like the day you had to go. I walk the streets we used to know, but they don't feel like home alone. A stranger sky above my head, but the clouds remember what you said. And every drop that kissed my skin felt like you were here again. The rain kept asking about you, like it knew just what we lost. It tapped the glass like memories I couldn't brush across. Each puddle held your silhouette, each thunder cried your name. The storm remembered what I forget, that I still miss you every day. I thought by now it wouldn't sting. Grief returns in everything. The coat I wear, a song you liked, the echo of your voice at night. And when the clouds begin to weep, I feel you breathing underneath. No shelter keeps me from the past, when the sky won't let you pass. The rain kept asking about you, like you're in my hollow heart, falling through the cracks we all I lost in you. And maybe storms don't speak at all, but God, it felt like one last call from somewhere I can't reach no more. A knock upon my weather door. It wouldn't let me lie. Every tear upon my skin was your soft, unspoken goodbye. So I stood there in the downpour, like it could bring you through. 'Cause even now the rain still knows. I still remember your breath on my skin, the way you said my name back then. We laughed like nothing could go wrong, but forever wasn't all that long. That night still lingers in my chest, the night you loved me at your best. Before the cold began to grow, before your heart stopped letting go. When you loved me last, time stood still too fast. Your eyes still held the fire that burned through every past. And though I didn't know it then, that moment wouldn't come again. I live inside the shadow cast by the way you loved me last. We touched like storms beneath the stars, not knowing we forget who we are. You kissed me slow like you believed in everything we'd never be. I trace your hands in empty air that once held love that once was there. And now I breathe where we let die, still chasing one last lullaby. When you loved me last, I didn't feel the cracks. You smiled like we had time, but we were fading fast. And I keep searching through the past to find where we were still intact, but all I find is glass and ash from the night you loved me last. No warning sign, no final word, just silence where your soul once stood. I play that moment back again, the last time you were more than men. When you loved me last, I didn't beg you to stay. I thought love would find its way. The hearts don't always last. Now every dream I ever knew leads me right back to you, to the fire, to the past, to when you loved me last. The sky was quiet when you left. No thunder, no final breath. But that night, the rain began to fall, like whispers sliding down the wall. Each drop, a word we used to say, in rhythms we let slip away. It didn't scream, it didn't cry, just spoken patterns, you and I. A rain that sounded like us, soft, broken, full of trust. Every drop a part of our song, echoing where we went wrong. It played the hush between our fights, the way we held on through the nights. And I knew it would never hush, that the rain that sounded like us. I stood still behind the glass, watching memories slowly pass, like streetlights blurred in water's grace. Your touch still dripping from this place. The world moved on, but I stood there, hearing love fall through the air. Not loud, not clear, just soft and deep, like voices we forgot to keep. A rain that sounded like us, in sighs, in hush and rust. It fell in time with how we swayed, then slipped like all we didn't say. It knew the tune of what we were, and sang of things we can't return. Now every storm still breathes the hush of rain that sounded like us. Don't go, I'm still here. Say something. I never meant to disappear. A rain that sounded like us now falls without fuss. But I still stand when the skies cry, listening for your last goodbye. And in that hush I still discuss a rain that sounded like us. I look into the glass each day, but I don't see myself the same way. Someone in my eyes I knew, the trace of me that once loved you. And in the silence of the room, your voice comes back like a fading tune. It speaks to me, soft and unclear, but I hear it when no one's near. Your voice in my mirror still whispers my name, through cracks in my silence, through shadows and shame. I reach, but I can't touch what I used to hold dear. Now I'm chasing reflections of your voice voice in my mirror. I still hear the way you said goodbye. Not with a scream, just a tired sigh. The glass fogs up, the lights feel cold. Staring at a story never told. And I don't know who I've become since the day your echo's begun. I close my eyes, but it draws near. Your ghost is all that's left here. Your voice in my mirror still sings in the night, like a song with no ending, like wrongs made to feel right. Each word is a shiver that cuts more than fear. Still I listen for whispers of your voice in my Your voice in my mirror still calls from the glass, from the pieces of forever that shattered so fast. I'm lost in the silence that you left me here, with nothing but memories and your voice in my mirror. Doesn't speak my name these days, just looks right through the love we made. The air between us cold and thin, like I was never let within. A whisper held just out of reach, a lesson that she'll never teach. I still knock on memory's door, but she don't hear me anymore. My name beneath the silence, like a stone beneath the sea. No cry, no blame, no violence, just the way she stopped on me. I shout inside her quietness, but she never turns around. My name beneath the silence is where I'm buried now. She used to write me into songs. Now even echoes feel all wrong. I see her lips but not the sound, like ghosts that never touch the ground. She doesn't rage, she doesn't cry, just lets the quiet say goodbye. And I can't fix what she won't break. I drown in every breath she takes. My name beneath her silence, a love that turned to ash. No final words to hold me, just time that couldn't last. Inside the stillness, but there's nothing left to find. My name beneath her silence is fading line by line. Maybe shine slow for nothing, so the questions I forgot. Now every sound just halting for the voice that I Maybe silence was her answer to the questions I forgot. Now every sound just haunts me for the voice that I have lost. My name beneath the silence, where even pain won't stay. She buried me in quiet, slowly walked away. There's no warmth, no forgiveness, no flame left to ignite. Just my name beneath the silence, alone and out of light. You said forever with tired eyes, somewhere between the truth and lies. The night held you like a lullaby, but morning came and so did goodbye. I held on to the way you breathe, but dreams are made for hearts to keep. A promise lost in sleep, where your love used to be. You whispered hope into the dark, then vanished silently. I searched through every dream, but you were out too deep. Now I lie awake in memories of a promise lost in sleep. The pillow holds your faded trace, a warmth that time can't quite erase. You loved me like the moon loves night, then disappeared with morning light. Your voice still echoes soft and low, and faces only I still go. A promise lost in sleep, a vow you couldn't keep. Like stars that fall before the dawn, then vanish in the deep. A reach into the past, but dreams don't ever last. And every dawn just buries deep the promise lost in sleep. You said, or were they just inside your head? Was I real, or just a spark that flickered in your dark? A promise lost in sleep still haunts the air I breathe. A lullaby that ends too soon, with no one left to grieve. Promise lost in sleep. left your jacket on the chair, your scent still dancing in the air. The page you wrote is halfway done, your melody just had begun. A verse of love, a verse of love, a line of grace. Now silence fills the empty space. You didn't leave a reason why, just a hush beneath the sky. You're the song you never finished, a chord that never came back home, a rhythm lost between the lines, a voice that left me all alone. I play the notes but they fall flat, no bridge, no chorus after that. You're the song you never finished, and I still ache to sing it back. The guitar waits in quiet dust, your lyric faded into rust. I hum the tune we used to share, but it dissolved into air, but it dissolves into the air. I search the keys for your refrain, but all I find is phantom pain. The echo of your final sound still spins my world around. You're the song you never finished, a half-built sky with stars undone. I begged for more, I begged you stay, but silence said your verse was done. The story stops in mid-belief, a sudden drop, a stolen grief. You're the song you never finish, and I'm still trapped beneath. Would it have hurt to write the end, to sing goodbye, not just pretend? You left the chorus in my chest, now I can't lay love to rest. You're the song you never finished, and I still hum it every night. No closure wrapped in lullabies, just dreams of you in muted light. I carry what you left undone, a fading verse that won't become the song you never finished. Still plays in me, but never runs. Still feel in the hush. There's no sound in the room tonight, just shadows dancing with the light. But in the stillness I hear your name, whispered low, but it's not the same. You're the silence I can't escape, a ghost in every breath I take. In between my every breath, you're the ache I can't forget. Like a song beneath my skin, the place where you have been. I reach for you, but there's nothing left, just you in between my every breath. I still set the table just for two. Habit keeps pretending I have you. The air remembers how we laughed. Now it's cold, and it pulls me back. Your goodbye never made a sound, but it still shakes this hollow ground. In between my every breath, you're the pulse inside my chest. You're the reason I still break when the dawn begins to wake. No heartbeat feels like all the rest with you in between my every breath. Every breath, between my every breath. You didn't cry, you didn't shout, just gathered all the stars and walked out. No thunder in your parting eyes, just silence painted in the skies. A touch that lingered warm, then gone. A whisper I keep holding on. The room stayed still, your breath was light, and love dimmed slowly with the night. A goodbye painted softly, like rain across a canvas sky. No edges sharp, no bleeding heart, just colors that forgot to dry. You're fading like the setting sun, no curtain fall, no final run, just silence where your hand once reached. A goodbye painted softly, just out of reach. The coffee cup still bears your name, the mirror still reflects your frame. No storm to wash your presence clean, just shades of where your love had been. I wish you'd screamed or slammed the door. Instead you vanished, nothing more. Now every shadow feels like you, and every breath a shade of blue. A goodbye painted softly, with past Pastel's made a vacant grace. You left no cracks, just solid lack, and time can't fill your empty place. The quiet it lingers in the halls, like autumn leaves before they fall. Still framed in hues I can't erase. A goodbye painted softly across my face. You didn't break me loud or fast. You just became part of the past. Like art that no one understands, but still it rests in trembling hands. A goodbye painted softly, not torn but gently set aside. A masterpiece and let it go. There's still pain within my mind. If heartbreak had a softer tone, it would sound like being alone with one last of your. She left the light on in the hall, like she'd return, like it meant something at all. There's a photo on the window ledge, her eyes still shining like they never left. And I still see her in the morning haze, that quiet calm before the ache. I search for answers in the lines of every faded Valentine, but all she left was a smile behind, frozen in time, etched in my mind. No note, no tear, no long goodbye, just the echo softest line. And I keep chasing what I can't find, just the smile she left behind. The room still holds her favorite song. It plays at night when I feel most alone. Her coffee cup, her scent, her name, like ghosts that never learn to fade. I wish she slammed the door that day. Instead she smiled, then slipped away. And all she left was a smile behind. No storm, no screams, no fault assigned, but something broke beneath her grace. A perfect line crossing her face. I reach for her in every line, but all that stays is her smile behind. Maybe I missed the truth she wore in that smile I used to adore. Maybe love was already gone, and I just clung to holding on. She left me with a smile behind, like it fades back to the smile she left behind. Dust on the sill, quiet like a prayer. I sit and watch, the ghost still there. The echoes play in the morning light, and every day looks just like that night. You once stood where the shadows fall, laughing like you'd never leave at all. But your smile's just a trace in the pain, and I still whisper your name. Through a window full of yesterdays, I see the love that slipped away. The laughs, the tears, the words we said, all playing in my mind again. Silence stays behind a window full of yesterday. Seasons change, the world moves fast, but I'm still framed inside the past. Your coat still hangs on the back door chair, but you're not coming back there. Through a window full of yesterdays, you're still walking through the haze. The coffee steam, the Sunday light, the way your eyes would chase the night. Just fade away in this window full of yesterday. I could close the blinds, I could tear it down, but it's the only place you're still around. Even broken, it's all I've got, a picture of what love forgot. Through a window full of yesterdays, I'm the one who chose to stay, trapped in time where you were mine, while the world leaves me behind. And though I try to look away, I live through a window full of yesterdays. You were there, but never near, close enough, but couldn't hear the storm I held behind my eyes. You just watch the clear blue skies. I spoke in silence, hoped you'd see. Flood the rose inside of me. I begged for warmth, you turned away and left me standing in the gray. This is the rain you never felt, the tears that on your you never even got wet. You said love, but didn't bleed. Took what you want, now what I need. I watched you shine, I watched you leave, while I fell through every grief. This is the rain you never felt, a cries that from your heart were always shelled. You stayed dry while storms tore through my sky. You left without asking why, and now I drift in a flood. I can't forget why you never even got wet. I hope one day it starts to pour, and you remember what you ignored. That I was rain, I was the sky. You never looked into my cry. This is the rain you never felt, the goodbye soaked in all I held. You look like clouds that never break, left no trace, no gift, just take. And now I'm thunder with no breath, still loving you with nothing left. It was fall when she first held my hand. Leaves were gold like the vows we planned. The wind would whisper soft and low, back when she swore she'd never go. Oh, time it wore her warmth away. Now I watch the sky turn gray. I still feel her in the breeze, but she forgot what it all means. She forgot our season, the way the rain would sing, how we danced without a reason in the chill of early spring. She let go of the color, left my heart out in the cold. She forgot our season, and I'm still there growing old. There's a sweater she left on my chair, still smells like her, though she's not there. Photos faded by the pain, a love that bloomed then died in vain. She moved on like the sun through trees, while I stay stuck in memories. She changed with the falling leaves, but I stay where she used to be. She forgot our season, the songs we used to play when the world was in between us, but love still found its way. She turned into the silence while I held on to a ghost. She forgot our season, and I feel it most. Now every April feels like her. Every breeze still calls her name, but she don't look back anymore. Just walks right through the flame. She forgot our season, like snow forgets the fall, like summer never needed our pictures on the wall. She gave up on forever, like it meant nothing at all. She forgot our season, but I still feel it all. We didn't speak, we didn't try, just stood beneath that closing sky. The wind held back what we might say, but your eyes gave it all away. 1,000 words we never spoke lived in the silence that you broke. No need for one last lie or plea. You let your eyes do it for me. The look that said it all, no echo, no goodbye call, just truth wrapped in quiet pain, like tears behind a window pane. It shattered what we used to be. Without a word, you set me free. I still fall to the look that said it all. I see it now in every dream, a frozen frame from love's last scene. It wasn't cruel, it wasn't kind, just the end we tried not to find. And now I speak to empty space, still haunted by your silent face. We never needed one more fight. You ended us with just your sight. The look that said it all still echoes down the hall, where laughter used to stay. Now only shadows play. It spoke of love that couldn't stay, of hearts that couldn't find a way. I still fall to the look that said it all. I replay it when the night won't sleep. That gaze you gave, too strong, too deep. No words could hold what you let go, and now I know. The look that said it all still breaks me when I recall. The end was written in your eyes, not in your lips, so last goodbyes. And I still hear your silent fall through the look that said it all. She smiles like nothing's wrong at all, but I can feel her slowly fall. Her gaze is fixed on distant skies, but I hear whispers behind her eyes. She won't explain the night she cries. She hides a storm in calm disguise. Whispers behind her eyes, 1,000 unsaid goodbyes. I reach for her, but she won't stay. She's drifting further day by day. She never says she's leaving, but I know she's not still mine. There's a silence I can't fight, and the whispers behind her eyes. She moves like she's not really there, like shadows tangled in her hair. Her voice is soft, a fading flame. She speaks my name, but not the same. She dreams of places I can't go. I hold her close, but not her soul. Whispers behind her eyes, the truth she softly hides. I keep pretending love's enough, but her heart's already given up. She's standing here in silence, but her goodbye's been implied. I'm losing her in real time to the whispers behind her eyes. I used to know her every thought. Now every word feels overwrought. She won't confess, but I can tell. She's saying goodbye without farewell. Whispers behind her eyes, like echoes in disguise. No tears, no fights, just quiet space, where once there lived a warm embrace. I always wonder what she felt as she vanished in disguise. All that's left of her and I, whispers behind her eyes. She used to hum beneath the stars, soft as smoke from passing cars. A lullaby inside my chest, where broken hearts could go to rest. Now the air just echoes thin, no sound where her words had been. I search the wind, I call her name, but nothing ever answers back the same. When her voice disappeared, the world lost all it knew. The laughter turned to shadows, the morning lost its hue. No song could hold the silence that fell when she was near. My world stood still in sorrow when her voice disappeared. She used to read the quiet sky with words that taught the night to cry. Each sentence wrapped around my soul. Now every echo feels so cold. The phone don't ring, the breeze won't speak, and I fall deeper every week. The silence isn't peaceful now. It's louder than her final vow. When her voice disappeared, even time forgot to move. The walls remember melodies, but nothing sounds like truth. Her whisper lives in memories, but never truly near. I lost more than just a person when her voice disappeared. Maybe love dies in quiet ways, not with storms, but with delays. A final word I never heard, now I'm haunted by a single word. When her voice disappeared, she took the light she brought and left me in the silence with every aching thought. No goodbye, no fading footsteps, just the sound I couldn't clear. And I've been lost in silence since her voice disappeared. There's a picture on the mantle, covered in a veil of gray. Your smile behind the silence, the time won't wash away. The light comes through the curtain, but never quite the same. It touches what you left here, but can't recall your name. I'll walk through every echo like you're still standing near, still framed in dusty light, caught between the wrong and right, frozen in a time I can't erase. Your shadow soft upon this place. The years have passed without your face, but you're still framed in dusty light. I've cleaned around the corners, but I never touched that frame. Afraid the dust is holding what's left of your name. Your laugh still haunts the hallway, your steps still fill my dreams. But life has turned the color of old and quiet things, and every sunbeam finds you, even when I try to hide. Still framed in dusty light, in the quiet of each night. You're there in gold that's fading slow, a ghost the morning doesn't know. You never said a last goodbye, now you're still framed in dusty light. I don't know why I keep you there. Maybe I'm scared to move what's fair. But if I wipe the glass too clean, will you disappear from everything? Still framed in dusty light, like a truth just out of sight. No words, no breath, no turning pain, just love still trapped inside this cage. The world moved on, but not this night. Not this night. You're still framed in dusty light. Still see you in that doorway, even though you turned away. You never said a single word, but it's the loudest thing I ever heard. Your eyes look past me like a ghost, like love was something we lost most. The way your hand let go of mine was the first fracture in our time. No storm, no scream, just quiet skies. But I was drowning in your eyes. You faded like our first goodbye, so soft I didn't even cry. It felt too soon to call it over, but I was colder when you drew closer. That night you smiled but looked right through, was when the end began with you. Your laugh felt like a fading sun, a warmth I knew was nearly done. We danced beneath the dying song, holding on, but not for long. I reached for you, but you stood still. In silence whispered what you feel. You faded like our first goodbye, a quiet break we can't deny. You walked away without a word, but silence cuts worse than I've heard. No storm, just soft, slow sipping through, and I was losing me in you. I traced that night like a photograph, before the pieces couldn't last. I knew it then, I know it now. Some love just fades without sound. You faded like our first goodbye, a love that left without a fight. We never screamed, we never swore, but we were strangers at the door. And now I live in quiet lives, still chasing that first goodbye. left it by the windowsill, where morning light feels almost real. Single bloom of crimson grace, but no reason, no name, no face. Was it a promise? Was it goodbye? Why'd you leave and never say why? Just a rose without the letter, no ink, no way to make it better. You gave the beauty, hid the pain, left me drowning in the rain. Was it love or something lesser? This rose without the letter. I held it close for days on end, pretending it was meant to mend. But petals can't explain the fall, or why you vanished after all. I searched the silence, read the air, but your goodbye wasn't there. Just a rose without the letter, a goodbye dressed in something clever. You let the flowers speak for you, but silence tells the truth. I was yours, or maybe never. Just a rose without the letter. Baby, you were scared to write it down, that I was just someone to lay down. But now I'm left to second guess, send a love away of less. Only a rose, no written word, but your silence still screams louder. Hurt. You left me questions dressed in red. No voice, no reason, just what's unsaid. And I still keep this rose unfettered, but you left without the letter. I held her close but never tight. She looked away more than she cried. There were words that never came, only silence wore her name. She smiled like she was somewhere else, like every kiss was just a shell. Her voice a whisper from the past, and love like that don't ever last. In the place where her heart stayed silent, I searched for warmth, I found the quiet. No screams, no tears, just drifting air. A love pretended to be there. I begged for what she couldn't give. In the silence I forgot how to live. like rain she couldn't feel. Her hands held mine, but not for real. She never said goodbye out loud, but I felt it long before she walked out. In the place where her heart stayed silent, I tried to speak, but the void was vibrant. She wore her pain behind a smile, and I kept hoping all the while. But some hearts just don't make a sound. They only break when no one's around. I thought love was something we could fix, but silence doesn't heal with tricks. She left without a single word, and still it's the loudest thing I've heard. In the place where her heart stayed silent, I laid my soul, she stayed defiant. No truth, no lies, just empty space where I once saw her face. And now I live where echoes fall, where her heart said nothing and said it all. She didn't say a single word, no thunder in the air, but something in the way she moved said she wouldn't stay there. Her fingers used to hold me tight, now they trembled soft and slow. And I'll never forget the feeling of how her hands let go. No tear, no scream, no last demand, just slipping like the ocean sand. That's how her hands let go. Not fast, but like a fading dream. A warmth I used to know turned cold without a scene. No fight, no grand finale, just a touch that lost its glow. And I knew she didn't love me by how her hands let go. I still remember every line of the silence in her palm. How love can die without a sound, but still steal every calm. I reach for what we used to be, but she reached for the unknown and left me standing in the memory of how her hands let go. She didn't flinch, she didn't cry, but I saw goodbye in her eyes. That's how her hands let go, like autumn leaves and drifting air. I begged them not to fall, but she was never really there. She held me once like forever, but forever came too slow. Now all I have is the echo of our hands let go. We don't remember the last smile until we're left alone. And now I only feel her in the way she let me go. That's how her hands let go. No flames, no final show, just the end of something beautiful in the quiet she bestowed. No words, no turning back, just a truth I didn't know, until I felt forever and how her hands let go. The sun still burned on quiet streets, but something froze inside of me. You stood beneath the fading sky with a look that said goodbye. The world was gold, but you were gone, and August never felt so wrong. Even in the heat, I felt the chill, like your love had been standing still. The coldest part of August was your heart letting go. The warm wind couldn't touch it, the silence told me so. The sky was lit like fire, but your eyes were turning gray. The coldest part of August was the day you walked away. The leaves were green, the air was light, but we were fading out of sight. You whispered words that didn't land, like holding snow with burning hands. And all the things we left unsaid still echo in my empty bed. I tried to speak, but what's the use when goodbye's already cut loose? The coldest part of August was the warmth you took from me. While everyone felt summer, you left like falling leaves. The sun kept setting later, but the light lost its flame. The coldest part of August was knowing you're not the same. I still hear the crickets sing, like nothing ever changed, but every sound feels out of place since you turned away. The coldest part of August still lives